Well, good morning, Faith family, and welcome to this, our second Sunday in June. For those of us who are in Ontario, we are into phase two and have been since Friday. Now, technically, those of us in the Golden Horseshoe, Hamilton, obviously, are still not really in that, but hope is around the corner. And so I sent out the email, but we are starting the ball rolling on some of the protocols to get into place to have us actually physically meeting together. But we also want to learn from these past few months. And like I said last time, to see 2020 as not a disaster year, but as a very important year, a year that if we're wise, we will learn from. So we're not going to rush to get back. So for the next 2 weeks at least, we'll still be in this format. We'll be doing remote church and probably afterwards. But we're going to observe how this phase two reopening goes, make sure there's no sort of unforeseen problems that we don't want to risk. Because at the end of the day, this is just about taking care of each other and being wise and figuring that even as much as we long to be in the same space with each other again, even for the next little while, it's still fairly restricted. And we don't want to undo the past few months. And I think what we're finding is that there's some real blessing from the way that we're currently doing things. So there's no sense in rushing through it. So we're gonna get together from both churches and start talking about the stuff we need to put in place. And so a good safe bet is, after the Canada Day long weekend, well into July, is when we'll have some stuff in place and we'll be communicating with people and figuring out what our game plan is going forward. So for the meantime, and in between time, and that's a throwback for some of my Calgary listeners, Stampede Wrestling, we're going to continue with remote church. This is, despite everything that's going on, just what a year. Can you believe that this year is only halfway through? Things keep happening. There is much social upheaval. There is just all new dynamics are coming into place. We are really seeing the birth pangs of a new era, and we'll reflect on that a little bit later. But I just wanted to send that out as an announcement as we start to look forward to perhaps meeting in person. But again, for those of you who don't receive the emails, always feel free to send me your email. I'm happy to add you to the list. We also want to honor the fact that some of you will never be able to actually attend these churches, but have been being blessed by these services. And for that, I'm profoundly thankful to you for taking the time out. And so we're not going to just let this go by the wayside either. So there's a few things we want to figure out. Okay, that's a big preamble. Welcome to our service. The music for today is very, very powerful. So just make sure you got that 10 minutes free, read through your scriptures and whatnot, and I'll see you again in the reflection. But before that, let's begin with the Lord's Prayer, and I have a couple of friends that are going to lead us through that. I think you know who they are.
Hi. Stay safe and stay healthy, and now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Bye.
Bye.